And thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Natasha Zuvest. We do start with this breaking news about the historic collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. Well, about 45 minutes ago, the Federal Reserve and regulators just announcing that customers should be able to access their money starting tomorrow. A huge relief for so many. We're also learning that regulators auctioning the bank to help contain the fallout from its failure on Friday. Potential buyers reportedly have until tomorrow afternoon to submit a bid. No bids reported as of yet. But once it was announced that the then 16th largest bank in the country would close, it became the worst U.S. financial institution failure since the Great Recession. It is impacting a lot of people's wallets. Companies wondering if they can make payroll this week. Just one CEO of Farmbox RX saying that it's been the worst 18 hours of her life. Online retailer Etsy telling small mom and pop crafters and sellers that their payments are frozen because Etsy relied on the bank for some of its accounts. And the ripple effects of fear are real. We want to show you this video out of Los Angeles of customers lining up outside of First Republic Bank to get their money out of the bank after SVB's shares dropped by over 50%. We'll try to bring you that video later. NewsNation Joe Khalil joining us live now with more breaking details. Joe, what is the latest now?
So, Natasha, you highlighted the breaking news there. A huge sigh of relief, really, for all of the corporations and all of the account holders whose money was in Silicon Valley Bank, which shut down. They are going to be made whole by Monday morning. That announcement just coming through here from Secretary of Treasury Janet Yellen. The Fed is going to cover those expenses. The taxpayers will not. So that is big. The big question people are asking still is whether the collapse of SVB, Silicon Valley Bank, could have a ripple effect through the economy. Again, the Fed just announcing that another bank is closing, Signature Bank, over systemic risk concerns. If you've got your money in a similar sized bank, should you be worried? Well, this morning, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen tried to reassure the public, reaffirming the U.S. financial system generally is strong and that the government would help account holders as they did in this case. Here's what she said.
What I do want to do is emphasize that the American banking system is really safe and well capitalized. It's resilient, but we are concerned about depositors and are focused on trying to meet their needs.
All right, so how could this impact you at home? Well, one way is the stock market, your investments, your 401ks, potentially. All three major stock exchange futures are up after this Fed announcement. But if you own a business, if you've had your accounts with SVB, you should be able to access those accounts effective tomorrow morning. The former head of the FDIC, though, believes there could be more banks at risk, telling Politico here, quote, "There's no doubt in my mind that there's going to be more. How many more? I don't know. How big? I don't know." Others, though, including the director of the Office of Management and Budget, say that the 2008 safeguards that were put in after the financial collapse should be able to prevent another similar situation. Here's what she said.
After the financial crisis, the reforms put in place have given regulators more tools, and our system is more resilient and the foundation stronger because of it.
So still some uncertainty there as you hear different voices. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen did say that she wants to make sure that the trouble that exists at one bank doesn't spread to other banks. All signs point to all of this ending with an orderly winding down of the bank. In fact, we know that that is going to happen now, likely selling off all or most of its assets to other banks. Natasha?
All right, Joe Khalil live for us in Washington. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.